Hi everyone, and welcome to Good to Go Guided Meal Program, brought to you by The Meeting Place. So today we are making roasted root vegetables and polenta. And the first thing we are going to do is preheat the oven to 375. So let's do that. Second thing we are going to do is get a pot of water on the stove for the polenta and get it boiling. So pour 4 cups of water into a medium saucepan and turn the burner on high to get it boiling. Now add 1 teaspoon of salt to the water. Now we can start to prepare our vegetables. We have a parsnip, some carrots, a red onion, and some Brussels sprouts. And I'm going to do the Brussels sprouts first because I'm going to put them into a water bath to wash them, and that will give them time. By doing them first, it will give them time to dry. So you just want to trim and have your Brussels sprouts. So trim the bottom off. That will cause all of these leaves, some of which are brown, to flake off, and it will leave you with kind of the inner nice looking Brussels sprout. Okay, let's take a quick break from cutting vegetables because our water is boiling, and slowly add the polenta to the water while whisking. It will start to thicken quite quickly. So just reduce the heat to low. Keep a wooden spoon handy here because you're going to need to stir it occasionally so that the polenta doesn't stick to the bottom. And we're going to leave it to simmer for 40 minutes. But don't forget, stir it occasionally so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. Keep that spoon handy. And now back to chopping. Let's start by peeling and chopping our parsnips and carrots. We want to cut the parsnips and carrots into slices that are about 3/4 inches wide, and then into lengths that are about 1 to 1.5 inches long. The trick here is that you don't want the Brussels sprouts or onions to burn before the carrots and parsnips can fully cook. All right, and last but not least, you can cut your red onion into 3/4 inch wedges. Perfect. Okay, great. All of our vegetables are chopped, and in the bowl, a couple glugs of olive oil, 1/2 teaspoon of salt as well, and some pepper, and toss. Okay. And we'll put that on our oven pan. Just kind of shake it around to get them nice and spread out, like so, and in the oven. And those will bake for about 30 minutes until they're nice and they're starting to caramelize, like turn brown around the edges. That's what you want to look for. We will check on them and stir them once or twice in the meantime. We are also going to stir our polenta now. Just try and scrape the bottom and make sure that the polenta is not sticking too much to the bottom. Okay, while we're waiting for everything to cook, We can pour our tomato sauce into a small saucepan, and add the basil sprig or basil leaves, a little bit of olive oil, and a brine of black pepper. Okay, and now turn that just onto a low simmer. A little stir to get that basil in there. And don't forget to keep stirring your polenta too, because it will stick to the bottom if you leave it. So we'll give our polenta a stir. Beauty. And let's also check the veggies in the oven. Hey. Oh yeah, look at that. Beauty. Let's give those a little shake up. And we can go back in the oven. When the polenta has cooked for 40 minutes, remove from heat, add the butter and the Parmesan, and stir it in. It might take a bit of work, and you might actually have to add a touch of water if the polenta has thickened up too much. But keep stirring it until you get it nice and creamy and smooth. That's the 30-minute timer going off, so let's check our veggies. Wow, they look great. And look at this polenta. I've never seen such magnificent polenta in my life. I assure you, creamy and smooth. Let's take a look at our sauce here. Ooh, yep, good. Okay, back to veggies. Also, it's still looking good. Thank you, veggies. This is fantastic. So we are ready to plate. Split the polenta between 4 plates. Add your marinara sauce. And then add the roasted root vegetables on top. Garnish with a sprig of basil, if you still have some handy. And voila. Roasted root vegetables with polenta and marinara sauce. Good to go.